Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm sure you know that spring is traditionally the busiest time of year for buying a house, but this season does pose some challenges for buyers, and today we're going to talk about those challenges. So if you've been thinking of buying a house, I think you really should be aware of them. Make sure you stay tuned till the end of this video. But before we get started, my name is Eleah Sims, and I'm part of the Gateway Realty team here in Melfort, Saskatchewan. If you're interested in learning more about real estate related topics, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. So let's get started. The first challenge for buyers in today's market is going to be inventory. Now, I'm not sure exactly how things are where you're living, but here in Melfort, we are very short on listings. I just went through the stats that came out at the end of March, and we are actually down by 42% in listings. So that means that we've had a huge decrease in the number of homes that have been listed compared to last year. On the other hand, sales have actually stayed fairly consistent. Looking at our stats, it shows that we're down only 5% in our sales. So what that means is that we're still selling a lot of houses, but we're running out of available inventory. So obviously this is not a very good thing for buyers. Now, I'm not totally sure what is causing this decrease in inventory, but that is a topic for another day. Let's move on to challenge number 2. So the second challenge that buyers are going to face this spring is affordability. So I'm sure you know that we saw quite an increase in the housing prices after things sort of opened up after COVID in 2021. We had a lot of sales happening and just a huge boom in real estate, and the prices really skyrocketed. So in 2022, those prices did soften a little bit, but now looking at the average sale price, it is pretty close to what it was in 2021. So all of this to say that the prices of houses are still quite high, and that is going to be a bit of a challenge for buyers this spring. Now, another thing that affects affordability are the interest rates. So I'm sure that you've noticed within the last year or so that interest rates have increased substantially. So in probably 2021, was like a record low for interest rates. You could sign on to a mortgage for under 2% for the interest rate, and now the average is about 5.5% for a 5-year fixed mortgage. So I'm going to explain a little bit about how this is going to affect buyers in today's market just by going over some of these numbers. So if you were to buy a house in 2021 at the, say, just under 2% interest rate, if you were to buy a house worth $250,000, your monthly mortgage payment would have been just over $1,000, so about $1,050 per month. Now today, if you were to buy that same house for $250,000, your mortgage payment would in fact be $1,535 per month. So that's quite an increase in the monthly payment. So that's gone up by about $500 per month for that kind of price tag of a home. So what's happening is that buyers are having to go down on the home price so that they can stick with an affordable monthly payment. So this leads me to challenge number 3, and that is buyers purchasing a home in their price range, which also means buying a home that is maybe not considered a turnkey property. So let me tell you, this is a hard pill to swallow for many buyers, especially the younger generation buyers. Most people are wanting to buy a home that is updated, fully finished, basically no work to be done, And even a lot of first-time home buyers are wanting to buy new builds. So it's not uncommon for us to work with first-time home buyers that are wanting turnkey properties that don't need any work at all. But the fact that prices have increased and interest rates have gone up, this just means this type of home is not really feasible for most buyers. I think we really need to get back to the mindset that you buy a home that is structurally sound and really well taken care of, and maybe it's not totally cosmetically what you would like, but over the years you can slowly make those upgrades as you can afford them. So I don't think we need to have the mindset that you move into a house and it's perfect the way it is, you don't have to do any work at all, because that's really not realistic when you think about the cost of what you'd have to pay to buy a home that's fully finished and updated. So buyers really need to stop biting off more than they can chew in the financial sense and just purchasing a home that they can afford. All right, so challenge number 4 is competition. So we talked previously about the limited inventory and just the shortage of listings right now. And so what that creates obviously is higher demand. So this is going to make things really competitive for buyers. As soon as a new listing comes up, the buyers are really wanting to get in there. I think we're going to see a lot of competing offers this spring, and buyers are really going to have to be prepared to act quickly when there's new listings that meet their criteria, and they're going to need to make offers that are competitive so that they can in the end get the house. So the reason why I'm sharing all of these challenges with you guys is not to be negative, but just so that you have realistic expectations as a buyer of what you're going to be dealing with this spring and in today's market. So the positive thing that I want you to take from this video is that despite all of these challenges, there are still lots of opportunities for buyers to find and purchase their dream home. And working with an experienced real estate agent will help you navigate this market and just help you to be successful with finding a home. So if you are local to this area, then please reach out to me. I would love to help you. We can sit down and talk about your needs and wants as a buyer. So if you're a first-time home buyer and have no clue where to start, then make sure you check out my video, step-by-step, how to buy a house, and that's linked in the description below. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next week.